It's too late. We're on air. We're going. Are you still control effing semen in this study?
I'm just fucking around.
Oh,
Sorry.
we were just
I
going
felt the urge.
over a study. We'll talk about it later. Welcome back to Rabbit Hole Recap. Starting this one.
Did you see the RFK Jr. sex tapes? Not sex tapes. It was sex messages.
From Luzzie, that reporter. I thought that was
He
old news.
sent it to a reporter.
She did. What is he saying? Let's see what he's saying. You sicko. RFK.
He said, "This is what he said. I mean to squeeze your cheeks to force open your mouth. I'll hold your nose as you look up at me to encourage you to swallow. Don't spill a drop. I'm a river. You are my canyon. I mean to flow through you. I mean to subdue and tame you."
Jesus.
Who does that?
Wow. Your open mouth awaiting my harvest. Drink from me, love. Oh my gosh. Can I get a booty pic with your panties on? And what? God, there's some sick people out there, man. What the hell, RFK?
I mean, and forget that part. It's a married reporter. Who sends that to a married reporter? Just from a logic, survival point of view.
He's also married as well.
I'm aware.
Oh God.
He's married to what's her name? Cheryl,
yeah. There's I don't know. What do you think it is? Do you think it's part of the Kennedy family? There's just nothing really gets you excited anymore. Being from such a prestigious lineage that you have to squeeze the cheeks. Are we live on Noster?
I think reporter.
So. Let me see. Yeah, what does... We're not live on Noster. I have to
add... Okay, now it should be.
Okay, well, the Noster crew is missing out massively on some important Bitcoin conversation here.
They could catch the recording.
Are there any good people left? Any upstanding men of character? Or are all the great men of history morally flawed to this degree?
To be clear, I was broadcasting to Noster, but just not from our NPub. It was just from no NPub. So it's just going out into the nothingness of Noster, but I fixed it.
All right, we're on Noster. Simuni, oh snap, we're live.
Yeah, I had a Ride or Die Freak send that to me. It's like, you need to cover this. You need to cover this on RHR.
What else did he say? Was that the only text? What did he say? Let me see. RFK Jr. text. Harvesting skunk semen. Can I get a booty pic with your panties on and one without them on? Can I also get 3 different pics of your boobs, any position? You say boobs. Also, can I get just a normal pic of your P word, pussy, from the front? And God damn, man, there's some weird people. I can't even read it on air.
He just sent her a freaking checklist.
Yeah, it's like he's prompting Claude or something like that.
What the fuck, man? Who are you?
I had so much hope too. So hopeful. How naive. Maybe that's why nothing's getting done in there. They've just been holding these texts over his head. Like, hey, we know you're a sick, demented fuck. You're going to let Pfizer do what they need to do, and you're going to shut up. But now that they're out there, maybe who knows? He just goes mask off. You know what? Everybody knows I'm a degenerate.
I can't believe he sent her a fucking checklist.
I mean, you know the history of him, right? And his infidelity and the rumors of what that infidelity led to. His first wife.
No, can you enlighten us?
I mean, it's very morbid. I mean, the rumors, the story goes that he was lustful after women outside of his marriage to the point where it was so egregious that his first wife hung herself in their garage.
What was the was it the other Kennedy with the bridge?
that drove off.
Yeah, he drunk drove off a bridge and someone died in the car or something.
Yeah, in Connecticut. It was one of the
Which
Kennedys.
which Kennedy was that?
I don't know a name off the top of my head.
Was that the Senate? That was the senator in Massachusetts, right?
Either Massachusetts or Connecticut.
Do you think that's why they named the John F. Kennedy Memorial Bridge so that when I search Kennedy Bridge, it doesn't come up?
Yeah, here it was. The Chappaquiddick incident occurred in Chappaquiddick Island, Massachusetts, sometime
Oh,
around
Ted
midnight
Kennedy.
between.
That was Ted Kennedy.
Yeah, Ted Kennedy. He accidentally drove off a narrow bridge, causing it to overturn in Powchup Pond. Mary Jo Kopechne died inside the car.
Kennedys, man. Weird group of people.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting
Oh,
to start to
shit.
show off this way,
Soap
but here we are.
miner. Soap miner's app, 38,021 sats. Code RHR has been used 38 times at soapminer.com. So here's 38K plus 21. Appreciate you both.
Let's go.
Thank you, sir. 38 times is impressive. Look at that.
Yeah.
Freaks ride strong. There were some dirty freaks out there that needed some cleaning.
Promo code RHR. Go to drinksote.com. Use it there. 15% off.
Highly recommend.
Promo code RHR. Cold card. 5% off.
Or just shilly reference again. Obscura.
You know what? It works.
What is
I mean,
Obscura?
this is
Is it
proof. This is proof that
obscura.net?
this is proof that live reads work right here. This is what the advertisers
Obscura.net, I think.
Obscura.net.
Yeah.
RHR 25.
Really?
RHR 25.
Really great VPN.
Yeah.
Wait, really? RHR 25? We didn't get RHR?
I think I had them change them towards the end. That's why, like, if you're an advertiser out there, just don't put the discount amount in the code. It makes it harder. The freaks
Can we
know
reach out
RHR.
to him and tell him to just add RHR as well?
I did. So try RHR too.
I had a friend stay at our house for Thanksgiving, and they said that they just go to random websites and just put RHR in.
You should all do that.
Love
Every
the hustle.
website. Because that makes them think, like, why are they putting RHR in? Should we be using these guys? Should we be supporting them? You should. Yeah. So great men do they exist. This is look out for the TFTC episode on Saturday morning. I recorded reason I'm bringing it up, Leaving a Legacy, recorded with Johan Kurtz. Inheritance, charity, and 1,000-year families. Bring it back to the Kennedys. It's like, in our modern times, the great families, the great entrepreneurs, the wealthy individuals of our time. Oh, mandibles. They're not really building good legacies. Yeah.
This is a first edition.
This is the first edition too. He just released this book a couple weeks ago.
Go
pick it up.
A little bit.
Easy read, very easy read, very inspiring read, intellectually stimulating. How can we bring back good societies? We need good aristocrats. We need good wealthy families who know how to support the localities, their dominion, if you will. The rich of today don't seem to believe that there's a duty for them to make their communities stronger.
Well, I mean, that caught me off guard, but I mean, on that note, I already have it on the list. It was supposed to be for the tail end, but what's your opinion on Michael Dell and his wife giving all the poor children $250 each?
See,
does that count?
No, it's a refutation of the concept in this book, is what Michael Dell, which I'm sure I'm not going to shit on the Dells, or the Odells for that matter, but I think they do a lot in Austin and in Texas. Dell obviously is an iconic Austin company, but I think focusing on your local community is the.
Well, they probably have done that too, right?
Yeah, they definitely have. $250 per child going into the America Fund, which the government is already providing $1,000 starting July of next year.
The government, it's the Trump accounts. It's a savings account for children born after January 1st, 2025. Every kid gets $1,000 straight from the printer, so they get to be born a cantillionaire, and then the Dells provided the Dells provided an extra 250 for 10 million kids, specifically born in zip codes that are on the poorer side, the poorest zip codes. I thought it was kind of a cool initiative. I mean, there's worse charities. There's a lot of
Yeah.
worse charities than that.
So the idea is that you load up these savings accounts. They can't touch them until they're 18. The rule of compounding returns kicks in, and that 1250 turns into something like 70 grand or something. Who
I think
knows
the
how much they'll
parents manage them.
do they?
I don't think the government manages them. I think the parents manage them. They're like trust accounts. The parents can't withdraw from them, but they're in charge of them.
Yeah.
And then the other pieces that parents can give tax free. Anyone can give tax free into them up to $5,000 a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a decent enough concept.
Yeah, I think it's a good effort. Good effort.
But specifically, I mean, I think, I was only half joking when I said, they get to be born cantillionaires. Like, I think, like, we kind of have to get our affairs in order before we start putting $1,000 into people's accounts. But on the private side, like if you're a billionaire and you want to support like the next generation, I like the Dell initiative specifically. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Is it going to be like Scott's kids though?
What?
Or like LeBron tried to do it too. See, that was an example of trying to help your local. Like LeBron said he would pay for the private high school of all those kids born in Cleveland in 1 year. And apparently, very few of them made it past 8th grade. If I recall correctly.
I mean, I don't know that specific situation, but
anyway, we don't have to dive deep down this.
What's Scott's Tots? Is that what you're referring to?
Scott's Tots, yes.
What's that?
It was an episode of The Office where Michael Scott agreed to pay I forget if it was college or high school tuition, like a decade before these kids, and then they actually tried to keep him to his word. Yeah, if I remember.
When he just didn't have the money to do it.
No, it was apparently pushing paper is not the way to do it. Scott's Tots. Yeah, the Trump accounts. I think it's a. Yeah, I guess it's a net positive. I'll say it's a net positive, I guess.
What, the Trump accounts?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of like we have all of this social security stuff. Like that should all be like indexed to the S&P.
It's woefully underperforming.
Yeah, it's insane. I like the idea that if the government is going to be involved in savings, which I question if that should even be the case, then it should be basically indexed to equities, because then it's incentive aligned and the economy is like set up for the Mag 7 right now. So giving a bunch of kids Mag 7 exposure seems like a net benefit if they're going to do something. I mean, if you want to put the Bitcoiner hat on, what if they printed money and gave 1 million sats to every child born this year? That's kind of cool.
That would be sweet.
It saves you, like, reframe it.
Yeah.
Kind of. That would be way cooler than the SBR.
I think so too. Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot since I've read this book, talked with Johan. How do we do this? How do we build strong communities, strong societies? It looks like the Dells are putting an effort forward. The Trump accounts are an effort towards that. But we believe that Bitcoin is probably a better way to do it. And as we transition, let's check out Clark Moody's dashboard. The current price of Bitcoin is 91,340 cuck bucks. One cuck buck is going to get you 1,095 sats. We're sitting at a $182 trillion market cap. We are at block height 926,441, which means we are currently 919 blocks away from the next difficulty adjustment, estimated to be on December 11th, 2025, which is 7 days from now, next Thursday. Looks like we'll have difficulty adjustment on RHR day next week if we record on Thursday, maybe Friday next week. Looking like a downward adjustment of 1.7%. Blocks been coming in at 10 minutes and 10 seconds on average. If you recall, last week's episode was looking like an upwards adjustment. I believe of a 0.5%, if I remember. Not significantly lower. Hash prices, of course, at an all-time low. But I would also pay attention to the polar vortex here in the United States, beginning to seep down. It happened earlier this year, beginning in January. It's happened many years. When the weather gets very hot and very cold, there's a lot of demand for electricity on the grid. And so miners participating in demand response turn off and deliver that energy, that electricity back to residential consumers. So that may be affecting hash rate right now. And then off grid, polar vortex creeping down into the Bakken. And I know from experience, if it gets cold enough, some of those natural gas pipelines can freeze. And so if you have a bunch of off grid miners on a well pad using stranded gas, it can be affected by this weather as well if you're not maintaining your pipes correctly. So be aware.
I feel like the term polar vortex is like a new term. I don't
Yeah,
really
it's
like how
being
popularized the last few years.
Yeah, it's getting really cold. That's apparently
I
record
will
temperature.
say, I asked Maple when was the first time the term polar vortex was used, and they said 1853. So maybe I'm just wrong.
I think it's been repopularized in recent years. I think I saw like Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota. It's going to drop down to like -40 before the wind chill by the end of this week. It's pretty cold. I'll never forget 2013, I believe, when you had the snow apocalypse in Chicago. It got to -40 degrees. It's pretty cold. It's not fun being outside when it's that cold. Back to the dashboard. There's currently 4,010 transactions in Clark's mempool. If we go to Wiz's mempool at mempool.space, we'll see they have 54,678 transactions. If you have a low priority transaction, don't even set a 1 sat per VByte transaction. 0.7 sats per VByte will get you in. Mempools are relatively empty right now.
And these are the stats of the day.
You're looking at the YouTube comment.
Yeah. It's important to have fun.
It is. You got to have fun. You got one life. You got to laugh. Got to live. You got to enjoy the day. And on that note, let's turn to a relatively somber story, which is about our friends at Samourai Wallet, Keon and Bill Rodriguez. Earlier this week, the team over at Bitcoin Policy Institute, specifically Zach Shapiro, wrote a note in basically making the case for a pardon of the Samourai developers, stating that it would restore legal clarity and protect non-custodial code. So it's very important work from Zach and the team at BPI. They're actually having charitable giving day today. So if you want to support Bitcoin policy done the right way, Matt is a bit biased. I am unbiased. I think Bitcoin Policy Institute is an incredible organization to support.
Why am I biased?
You sit on the board.
That's true, but I don't get paid. I will say that I would really like to see these guys pardoned. just a reminder, they pled guilty to running an unlicensed money transmitter business, but the wallet was self-custody and not a money transmitter. They specifically did it because basically it was a coerced guilty plea because they were facing up to 25 years for conspiracy of money laundering. But FinCEN themselves agree that they're not a money transmitter. So it'd be good to, it's important, I think, to set the record straight and see them freed. So it's a big priority for Bitcoin Policy Institute. I will say that.
I would take it a step further and say that's critically important. I mean, if this precedent is allowed to stand, it's just imagine, particularly if in however many years, maybe who knows, less than 2 years, a year from now, during midterms, if the Democrats take over the Senate and the House, and then in 2028 they take over the White House too. This could be used to abuse open source developers, and not only from the left. Obviously, these guys were at trial. Obviously, there's an overhang from the Biden administration, but with that being said, this is Trump's DOJ, the SDNY, and it seems like these judges and prosecutors completely ignored the Blanche memo, which was published in the beginning of the year saying, hey, we're not going to go after these cases. And they really leaned into this one. And if you haven't listened to it already, I'd go listen to Keon's appearance in the Pod 256 show, where it really goes into the details of the case, what he saw inside. And I think one of the points he made that really stuck out to me was, I mean, because we have been talking about this for the last 2 years, and it seemed like they were steadfast and dead set on really fighting this. But Keon admitted, like, at some point in the trial, they realized that the prosecution and the judge were totally hell-bent on throwing them in prison for the rest of their lives. And they had to come to the hard decision to say, all right, let's just plea out. So we're not behind a cage for the rest of our lives.
It's fucked up and it's bad for America. Let's make it right.
Yeah, what is the second link you have in here?
This one's Bitcoin veterans making a case for pardoning the Samourai devs.
Yeah, so our good friend Average Gary has a post on Nostr, an open letter to the senators of the United States why developer protections are essential for safeguarding constitutional rights and national security in cyberspace. Shout out to the Bitcoin veteran. Shout out to you, Gary. I think I saw you in the chat earlier.
And then what's the website? I think it's Bill and Keon.com. No,
Maybe billandkeon.org.
Is it KeonandBill.com? Nope.
billandkeon.org.
Billandkeon.org. If you want to support their family, sign the petition, read more about the case. That's your homepage. Share it far and wide.
The petition is up to 3,320 signatures, which I'm not going to lie is pretty embarrassing. There should be way more signatures on this.
By the way, agreed. By the way, I asked why they don't accept Bitcoin donations, and it's because the courts ruled that they're not allowed to use Bitcoin as part of their
Ever?
Or at least like right now, they're not allowed to use Bitcoin. So the families are waiting until they actually get jailed before they start accepting Bitcoin donations because they don't want to potentially complicate everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's this month, right?
I think it's in less than 30 days. Yeah. It's fucking insane, dude. All right. Praying for you guys. Anybody from the administration, if you're listening to this, or anybody close to the administration, somebody who has the ear of somebody in the administration, put a word in. Put a word in. Say this isn't right. This won't stand. And when you see some of the pardons that Trump's making this week, like some overt scammers, it's a bit disheartening that this isn't being prioritized right now. Especially,
it's very, very much pay to play.
Especially if we're the Bitcoin capital of the world, you know. Can't have this. Speaking of the Bitcoin capital of the world, the biggest Bitcoin treasury company in the world, is stacking dollars.
Did you
Strategy
like my
announced.
title?
Did you? I didn't even read the title yet. I retweeted it and everything, but it was just like a blind retweet. What is the title?
Stacking
I even,
dollars.
I even quote tweeted it. Yeah, we're stacking dollars right now. So is MicroStrategy. Again, they announced the establishment of a $1.44 billion USD reserve, basically hitting the ATM to raise cash, and with the explicit purpose of using that cash to pay out dividends of their preferred offerings, I believe, over the course of the next 2 or 3 years, 24 months. 24
Strategic
months.
dollar reserve.
Yeah.
I think it's 21 months.
Says with the
But
goal of ultimately
obviously,
covering 24 months or more of its dividends.
the more dividends they owe, then the less months that reserve fits for, right?
Yeah.
Um,
What do you think? Sound strategy,
uh,
chaotic strategy.
I'm looking for.
Some people saying they're shooting from the hip on the go here. What do we think?
Oh, here. This is the best. This is the best commentary on it. Did you see this?
Let's see, put it in the chat.
No, we can pull it up. Sailors buying dollars and you're bearish. I think I think it was probably a sound decision. I think the concerns over him being able to pay the dividends were unwarranted, considering they have 650,000 Bitcoin, and I don't understand who the strategy investors are that believe that Bitcoin's going to zero. Like, I feel like if you think Bitcoin's going to zero, you're just not going to hold strategy. But it did, there's presumably a group of investors that it makes feel better about it. I think it would be fucking ironic if, or hilarious. It'd be hilarious if that was the bottom. Funnier things have happened in this space. But yeah, he sold common stock to buy. He sold more common stock to buy $1.5 billion worth of dollars.
Hey, when did he do that, on Monday?
It was 1.5 billion, right? Was I got that correct?
1.44. Yeah.
I thought the funniest part was that like he also bought 130 Bitcoin at the same time. He's like, well, we can't just buy dollars, so we'll
I mean, it's
stack
up.
an additional.
The price is up more than 10% since that announcement. The price of MSTR.
Yeah, but
Obviously,
but the price of Bitcoin's up, so it's really hard to.
the price of Bitcoin's not up 10%, is it? What are we up here?
When did he make the announcement?
On Monday,
December 1.
December 1.
We're at like 85K, right?
Yeah, we were at 86. We're at 91.
So
Yeah,
not quite, but
not quite.
close enough.
We
And
fell to
also,
84.
strategy was selling harder than Bitcoin was at that point.
Yeah.
So I think the market probably appreciated it. Once again, I think it's not the most insane thing. I will say the insane thing is the presentation he gave alongside of it was like pretty.
A spaceship is a little cringe, Michael.
Yeah, like the Chat GPT spaceship. Like who sees that and is like, I'm just gonna ape in my retirement.
There are some people out there. There's some people out there. They probably frequent Comic-Con as well too. Say, hey, we get our StarCraft.
Did you see this, Logan? Do you know what I'm talking about? This
Logan's
thing?
very online. He's definitely seen it.
Logan, pull this up. It's like, okay, you like wonder why you don't get into the S&P 500. It's like shit like this.
It's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. You know?
I'm gonna buy the preferreds instead of treasuries once I look at this slide.
Would the Treasury Department, would the Department of Treasury ever be so forward looking, so creative to launch something like this? Look at it. It's very phallic too. It's like a fat chode. It's gonna break through the fiat system and infiltrate. It's that's a. We were talking about spears last week. There's a spear at the tip of that. It's gonna pierce through the fiat bubble and infiltrate with Bitcoin. We have good friends at Strategy. We love all you. We're just having some fun here. We're palling around, Michael. Speaking of palling around, we love palling around with you freaks in the Noster live chat. Ben Justman, 21,000 sat zap. Thank you, 1031, for investing in Oshi so we can do Bitcoin rewards. You're welcome. Shout out to Michael Atwood at Oshi. Dude grinds.
Yeah, if you want Bitcoin rewards for your business, Oshi is a great option. And Michael's just legendary.
If you buy Saw the Earth using code RHR for 15% off, you will get Oshi rewards too.
There you go.
Doug, 21,000 sats. Happy Zapmas, fellas. Shout out to the latest edition of Stack Chain Mag. Shout out for the latest edition of Stack Chain Mag. Salute. Hands up.
Do you think this guy in the YouTube chat is telling the truth?
I was the single largest individual shareholder in that retarded, irresponsibly long master X group. Ask me anything.
Okay, my question
first
for
question
you
is how can we believe you? That's the first question. Number one.
And my second question is, you said was.
Manbit, 21,012 sats, palindrome, zap, LTM. Oh, ITM in the morning. We got a little no agenda crossover here.
Tip of the hat.
Tip of the hat. That's it for zaps right now. We'll get back to the list. We'll wait for the massive MSTR holder in the YouTube chat to prove, to make us confident that this claim is true. We'll move on to Vanguard, enabling crypto ETFs. Big thing, Vanguard, very famously, said they would never, ever. Ever. And here they are.
Bent the
knee. To be clear, they're not launching any of their own ETFs. That's the line they're holding. They're saying, well, actually, we said we're not going to release products about this. But apparently, some of the customers that hold part of the trillions of dollars of assets that they manage said, hey, you guys got to offer this or we're going somewhere else. This wasn't stated publicly. I'm just assuming this is how it went down. Vanguard bent the knee earlier this week.
They also fired the CEO right? And they brought a new CEO that did this.
Yeah, I think there's an ex-BlackRock guy there, actually.
Convenient.
Yeah. And so if you're a Vanguard company...
If you stand in the way of Bitcoin, you're going to get fired.
There's
a lesson in there.
There is. 11 trillion. Over 11 trillion in assets they manage.
That's insane. I can't even comprehend. That's more than the amount of Bitcoin that exists.
Yeah.
You can store $11 trillion in Bitcoin, but we're going to pump like motherfucker if you try and do that.
Yeah. 50 million
blowing
brokerage
up a
customers.
water balloon.
And I think it did have an impact on price this week, or could have had an impact if you look at ETF flows from
what a
Tuesday.
timeline. Did you see there was also news from Bank of America, I forgot to put in the list, but that they officially recommend clients put up to 4% of their portfolio in Bitcoin and crypto?
Yes.
I do think it's hilarious, like the up to. It's like a dollar store, you know. It's like 99 cents or more. I don't know.
At least 1%, up to 4%. Make sure you get allocated.
Oh, did they say at least 1%?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's better if they said at least 1%.
They recommend 1 to 4%. So I would imagine 1 is at least 1%.
I do think like it's funny that last week it was like the big banks want to kill Bitcoin, and then this week it's like the big banks are saving us.
Well, now they've washed everybody away, all the upstarts taking on the incumbents, and now the incumbents are saying, no, wait, hey, this is our game. You get pushed to the sideline, you get shoved in the locker. This is our game. We're getting these fees.
They knocked the Bitcoin price all the way down to 4x higher than it was when the ETFs launched.
Hey, Hey, they got to do what they got to do.
What was the price when the ETFs launched? Like 30K or something. So 3x.
Somewhere around there.
Remember when people said the ETFs were priced in?
Yeah. Joe Weisenthal, I remember. Nick Carter, I remember. People I remember. There's no way they're priced in. Actually, I don't know if Nick or Joe said they weren't priced in.
Joe just says everything's priced in.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of people at that point that were saying it was priced in.
Yeah. 21,479 zat from Drew. Cattle bike. Be like Marty and Matt, not missing a week of RHR. Don't miss your local meetup. Next Northwest Arkansas Bitcoin meetup on December 18th at Fossil Cove in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Thank you, Drew Cattlebike. Sui generis John. 21,012 sats. Palindrome zap. Timeshare is a scam. I don't know why it took you this long to figure that out, brother. Or why you feel.
Is he trying to? Is that a? Is he trying to make us pronounce something again? Timeshare is a scam.
No.
Super cycle.
Cattle bike. That might be my favorite of all these.
Cattle bike's great. Bull run freaks.
Bull cycle. That's what that means.
Bull cycle. We haven't really. I mean, you want to pull up the gold versus Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin price and gold chart? It's like this is the most depressing fucking chart.
Well, go to Tor Demeester's account and pull up his Bitcoin priced in gold TA that he's been doing. Thupa cycle.
Yeah, go do these things.
Sui generis
Anyway,
John.
We barely. That's not a bull. It's not even a bull cycle if you price it in fucking gold. Worst bull cycle ever.
All right. Our proof that this guy was the largest shareholder and irresponsibly long master X community is that he had more shares than Josh Mandel. Not enough for me, brother. Not enough for me, brother.
Who's Josh Mandel?
He was the guy who was calling for. He was worse than me.
Oh, is he the one who predicted 444?
Yeah,
by November
20th. You know, I bet the house on that, Josh. Thank you. No longer have the house.
Got to start the stack fresh.
So this is Bitcoin priced in gold. Tor has been doing some TA.
Wow, there's a lot of this fucking chart.
Yeah.
Stay humble and stack sats, freaks.
Log scale. It's important to its log scale. But he thinks we've reached a critical low, I believe. Logan, I can't read the tweet. Will you read it for the
I can't read shit. Audience? So many lines.
Bitcoin Gold TA, rule of thumb, horizontal lines have more authority than diagonal lines. So while breach of diagonal support is a setback, it needn't be the end of this bull market.
Wait, did he draw a second diagonal line after we went under the first one?
Probably.
That's what he did.
I see two diagonal lines.
It's called, what do they call it? They call it, what do
Love
they
you,
call
Terry.
it? A zone?
We're in the zone?
We're in the zone?
The gold zone?
It's a channel. It's a channel.
Double BART is the only technical analysis I need.
We got like an inverse double BART this week.
I mean, that chart looks pretty bad. Not a big chart guy, but I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Well, you know what? You won't be disappointed in. I know you like this because you put it on the list. Cool to see. Bitkey private pickup. So
I thought this was awesome. This is a novel innovation.
And it's like they sneakily announced that you can pay in Bitcoin now, because I think for a while there you couldn't pay in Bitcoin.
No, that's true too. I just assumed that you should be able to pay in Bitcoin, but you're right. You weren't able to.
Yeah. So for those who are unaware, Bitkey announced this week that you can now buy a Bitkey without giving up your home address. Shipped to thousands of pickup points across the country in the United States, FedEx, Walgreens, Kroger, Dollar General, and more. You pay with Bitcoin, pick up privately, stay in control. So use a fake email, pay in Bitcoin, and use a fake name. What would your fake name be?
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, that would be great. The person at Best Buy is like, oh my god, he's coming.
I used John Smith as a fake name once, and my wife was like, "You fucking uncreative bastard."
Art Dingleberry. That's one of my favorites. What mine would be.
What was the movie when we were kids? What was it? He was going to do Muhammad because it was the most popular name, but then he did
Oh, I know what you're
his
talking.
fake name.
Oh, super bad. McLovin.
Yeah, what was it? McLovin. Yeah. McLovin. Make sure you put name McLovin when you buy a Bitkey.
Why'd you pick McLovin? Well, I was gonna pick Muhammad, but it was the most popular name in the world. What?
I still think that the coolest aspect is that you can just go to Best Buy and buy one. Ledger has that going for them too.
Yeah, paying cash. Ooh. Actually, even if you pay in cash, I'm not sure if you saw this.
Which is nice that you can just go to a Best Buy and buy one.
Yeah.
I think that's hopefully we see more of that. I mean, if you're in New York, the best way to get a Bitkey is to drive to New Jersey Best Buy and buy one.
Yeah. Logan, pull this up. Speaking of this, but like you go to Best Buy, we've been saying this for years. If you want to preserve your privacy, pick something up in person or pay in Bitcoin, send it to a PO box, the fake name. The paying cash in person, that's coming into question now. We got a 90-second video. Hit it, Logan.
Hey, how does Walmart know what I'm buying in cash? I got an email from them this afternoon that says, hey, can you rate this product that you purchased recently? And I did purchase that product recently from Walmart. I bought it in cash, right? I walked to the electronics section and bought a USB charging cable with cash and then walked out. And I know that the first, you've already started typing. It's the Walmart app on your phone, you moron. That is a fair assumption. I do not have the Walmart app on my phone. I've never had the Walmart app on my phone. And further, I did not have my phone with me on this trip. Here's how I know I didn't have my phone with me on this trip. I remember specifically talking to the employee in the back of the electronics section and trying to explain specifically which USB connector I was looking for. And I couldn't explain it well. And so I tried to pull my phone out to show the gentleman what I was looking for, and I didn't have my phone on me. And so I had to continue my game of terrible charades and torture this poor guy until he finally was like, well, look, here's what we've got. And then I was able to find what I needed. But the point being, my phone was not on my person. I don't think I even had my headphones on my person. I didn't have any electronic devices on me. So how does Walmart know what I purchased in cash?
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. I mean, it's kind of it's very dystopian, so I shouldn't be laughing. But that guy has negative aura.
I know. Chances the Best Buy worker was a Somali and it was like, I have no idea what you're saying, brother.
Walmart, bro.
Walmart. I'm kidding. It was low blow on my part. But I mean, it is negative aura. But if it's true, who knows? Maybe he's just trying to get.
Do you think he put in his? Do you think he put in his phone number when he purchased it? Because he didn't cover that piece. Like to get his cash back or whatever, the rewards.
Maybe. If he didn't, though, what's going on in Walmart? What kind of tech do they have?
I just think it's interesting that he went down the hole of I wasn't carrying my headphones with me, but he just didn't cover the fact of whether or not he gave them his, because that's the scam of the rewards, right? When they have you put your phone number in, that's to track all your purchases, and then they give you back like no money.
I want to apologize to my mother because I put her number in everywhere I go because she's signed up for all those.
What? You just put your mother's phone number? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
they're on to you, bro.
They're on to my mom, not me.
Big brain. Yeah, maybe they're using facial identification. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. They're, an evil fiat corp.
Yeah, they'll do these things.
I mean, the ad tech side is where we see a lot of the really predatory surveillance happening right now.
I mean, that's probably like the cutting edge of it, right?
I mean, what's the most famous? There's like a famous story from like the early days of ad tech where
It has to do with porn. It all starts with porn.
I think JSR told get your mind out of the gutter. JSR.
Oh, I want to talk about porn.
Was the one who
Logan.
JSR was the one.
I'm gonna fly down to Austin and smash that soundboard. Okay.
Wait, Logan, click the button one more time.
Oh, I want to talk about porn.
There was like the early days of like Target ad tech, and a girl went into Target, bought a pregnancy test, and they emailed her dad like discounts for pregnant mothers.
Yeah.
And there was a big privacy case around it, but now it's super normalized. Now people just,
I mean, it's
pretty fucked up.
It's like a common occurrence now where you'll be having a conversation with a group of friends around the kitchen table or something, and this happens like, and then you'll go on Instagram and get served an ad about something they were talking about. Like, and it's just like, it's just taken for granted. People are like, yeah, they're listening to us. There's nothing we can do.
I do think a lot of times in that case, it's not a hot mic and it's people searching on your Wi-Fi for what you're talking about. I mean, the ChatGPT phenomenon is a perfect example of this. Like, you don't even have to spy on people. They just put all their deepest, darkest opinions and thoughts into a completely surveilled app that's harvesting everything they say. But I will say, freaks.
RFK Jr.'s on there, like, now turn around and show me your boobs.
Phrase this in a more romantic way. I need these pictures.
I need to have a high probability that I'm going to get them back.
I was having a conversation with Marty's wife once, and she said Marty had a bunch of the guys over, and she walked into the room, and all their phones were in the microwave.
You gotta be safe. Better safe than sorry.
That's a good life hack. Just throw the phones in the microwave for a good time. Don't turn on the microwave.
Don't turn it on.
It will explode. It will explode. Yes.
It's a very safe spot if you don't want to be heard. Some interference running in the microwave. I don't know if that's true. I just assume it is.
What?
That putting your phones in the microwave makes it impossible.
I mean, it's definitely soundproof. I mean, you could put it in the freezer. The freezer would work.
Probably not good for the battery, though. All right,
it might be good for the battery.
You think so?
I don't know.
On to the Human Rights Foundation story of the week, brought to you by the weekly Financial Freedom Report newsletter. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go to financialfreedomreport.org, subscribe. This is from the 100th, #100 issue of the Financial Freedom Report, coming from China. The central bank Vows digital asset crackdown. The People's Bank of China reaffirmed its hostility toward digital assets and announced it would increase scrutiny of stablecoins. In a statement, the central bank warned of rising speculation and promised stricter enforcement against peer-to-peer stablecoin activity, expressing particular concern over customer identification requirements and anti-money-laundering controls. Virtual currencies do not hold the same legal status as fiat currency and cannot be used as legal tender in the market, the central bank said. It added that it will intensify efforts to combat related illegal activities to maintain financial stability. For more stories like this, make sure you sign up for the newsletter at financialfreedomreport.org. I feel like I was having a stroke there for a second. I had to struggle through that last part. Very interesting, though.
Huge.
Yeah.
Go on.
People's Bank of China, just like, it's been so normalized. Bitcoiners are the best memers in the world that the central banks are just like, yeah, fiat currencies are a thing. Like before, like 10 years ago, fiat currency was not in the vernacular of.
Yeah, fiat was just a car brand.
Yeah.
Anyway, huge shout out to Zach and Island. That was their 100th newsletter.
Consistency.
Solid
We
proof
love it
of work
around
at
here.
HRF.
You guys know we love it around here. What is this? RHR 386? I mean, if you take out the stimulus episodes, we've probably done at least 375 weeks in a row.
How many years is that?
375 divided by 52. Carry the 3. It's like 7. Yeah, 7 years almost.
380 divided by 52. 7.3 years.
Yeah. I'm tired, boss. That's been
One
our most
super
common.
cycle.
That's been our most common text in the P personal chat these days. It's just, I'm tired, boss. Just kidding. I'm not. We're gonna win.
I'm a bit tired. It's fine. We can admit that we're tired. I'm gonna keep going and power through.
I'm feeling energized after this episode, though. I wasn't expecting.
I feel
to start
really energized.
RFK
Huge shout out to RFK too, to energize us.
You know, I'm really against philandering and lust and all of that, but you know what? If it's not me doing it, some other horny politician doing it, you can laugh at it a little bit. Like we said earlier, you got to laugh. Claude prompting your mistress to send the tip pics is it's funny.
I think it was like pre-Claude. This was like 2020. It was during the presidential election.
Yeah, so it's like 2023.
No, I think it was during the last presidential election. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I didn't look too far into it. I actually have things to do. Don't hold me to it.
This was like one of the most perplexing things you put on the list in a long time because I went and read like half the thing. But you have it in here on the list as real estate is a shitcoin, and then you link to a Substack that goes into pretty lengthy.
How fucked up is this? Did you read this?
I am dispute. It's not even a dispute anymore in British Columbia, Canada. I read like half of it. It's really long.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Did you actually read it, or did you have AI summarize it for you?
No, I read it. I mean, do you want? You put it on the list. I'll let you do it, but I can do my best here to rehash what
courts have. Courts have basically upended property rights in British Columbia. And Canada used to be a first world country with property rights, and now if you thought you own land in British Columbia, there's like 15 different native tribes that actually are vying for the title of your land. And Americans don't realize we have 30-year fixed rate mortgages, but that's a rarity in the world. That's actually a government welfare program for the middle class in America. In Canada, it's actually usually 5-year adjustable rate mortgages. So people have mortgages on their house. Now the title is in question and the banks won't like this is a step before, government agents raiding your house to kick you out of your home.
Let's take it back. But the Cowichan Nation, which is made up of a bunch of tribes.
But it's not just it's a bunch of tribes that are doing.
So like there's one case. It was on it was over 786 acres in this part of southern British Columbia. They won their case, and I only read the first half. The second half go into like the sets of precedent for any of these tribes they're basically saying you're living on stolen land, and we need it back. And the other fucked up part about this is that the court didn't make the landowners or the homeowners on this land aware that this case was going on so that they could file a claim of ownership while it was going on. And the landowners only finding out now after the case, so they weren't even afforded the opportunity to assert their rights over their property.
Yeah, look at this map. Look how fucked up this is. Yeah, I don't pretend to understand the full repercussions, but how did
you find this story?
Jeff Booth posted on Nostr, former BC resident. Look at this map. It's like all of BC is contested, basically.
Holy crap.
I mean, it's clearly not all of it, but it's a shit ton of it. And so, like, right next to it is Alberta, which is like the Texas of Canada. They supposedly made treaties with the native, tribes after like hundreds of years of war, back in the day. So Alberta's not in question, but BC's on the left. And there's like, my understanding is there's like 30 different cases going on right now about this shit. People who have lived in their homes for 30 years, 40 years can't get a mortgage because of it. Can't get a mortgage renewal because of it. And then presumably will lose their homes because they can't afford to own their home outright. What?
And they couldn't sell it either.
Yeah, because the title's in question, right? Like the true ownership succession is in question.
Wow. We have Yazer in the chat saying Canada feels on the verge of being cooked. I'm sorry to inform you, brother. Canada is already cooked.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what's going on over there because revolutions have been fought for much less than this. Like, that's insane.
Are you inciting a revolution, sir?
No, I'm just citing history.
No, it is true. I mean, we have, all over the place. People are just like bending
That map
over.
is insane.
That map is insane. I mean, if you look at the immigration number, there's obviously immigration's a big topic of discussion here in the United States, but if you look at the charts in Canada, it's even worse.
I sent it to one of our friends in Alberta, the article. He's like, fortunately, we don't have to deal with that, but we have to deal with the other Indians.
Yeah,
no, the immigration chart's insane.
Yeah. It's all fucked.
Before we continue, you want to read Podcasting 2.0 boosts from last week?
Yes, I know we have at least one. We'll see if anybody got in the last minute here. Oh, somebody did get in. We've got at least two now. Top boost over 21,000 sats from Rabbit Hole Recap 385. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you all had an incredible Thanksgiving. Actually, we already talked about it. We recorded last Friday. Coming in at number one, Stimmy, 21,012 sats palindrome.
Yeah, dude, we already talked about it. The title of the last episode that you just read was called Happy Thanksgiving. Anyway, continue. Sorry. Stimmy.
Well, I was assuming we did it on Thursday. It was Thanksgiving. I forgot.
Fair
Stimmy.
enough.
Ask
Happy
not if the
Thanksgiving.
bottom is in. Ask if you are in the bottom. President John F. Kennedy. Very fitting person to quote for this week's episode. The patriarch of the Kennedy family. Patriarch would be patriarch considered king.
That's true. If cell phones existed when JFK was alive, imagine the text he would have sent.
Marilyn, get over here. I need you to spread those cheeks for me. Mike Clear, 21,000 sats. Grateful for the three of you. Keep it up. Logan, getting some flowers from our friend Mike Clear. Logan, how does it feel?
Wonderful. Thank you.
That's good. You should feel wonderful. You should feel wonderful.
I feel pretty and witty and gay.
That's a good one for the soundboard.
Yeah, you should. Somebody clip that. Get a soundboard. And Logan, whenever I ask you to hit that button in the future, you have to contractually. Those were the top boost from our Thanksgiving episode. Thank you guys. Thank you, Stimmy. Thank you, Mike Clear.
Contractually.
Let's go over to Primal. No zaps. So we'll go on with the list.
You like how good this list is? Real estate is a shitcoin. Now gold is a shitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
Can we play this video? Play the video.
Thank you for it's pretty heavy.
Huh?
So I have a nice box here.
What is that?
It has some I think it's Kyrgyz language. I took it back from Kyrgyzstan. He has a certificate. I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan. Very recently, just completely by luck. So we take it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll put this down. You see, it says Kyrgyzstan, 1,000 grams, fine gold, 99.9.9, and a serial number. Try it.
Yes, it's heavy.
Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're trying to? I mean, let's see how it looks. Well, the color is a little. This is pure gold. My bracelet is pure gold. So
Thank you.
Iconic.
I can see people nitpicking in the comments of that, trying to community note us.
Why?
Community note evidence. This is intentionally misleading. Schiff distinctly says, I don't know, and proceeds to begin comparing the color of his gold bracelet, the first of many authenticity checks that would be done.
Wait, is that really community note?
No, it's some person trying to.
First of all, I have no love for CZ, but I think that was an epic. He was debating Peter Schiff, notorious gold bug and Bitcoin denier, and he pulled out a gold bar there for the audio freaks. And Schiff didn't know if it was real or not, and that is, one of the core issues of gold. It's really difficult, time-consuming, and expensive to verify large amounts of gold specifically.
Yeah.
And I thought CZ's delivery was fantastic. Like, Schiff didn't understand what was happening.
It's like I found somebody in Turkestan. It's like, also, I'm tired of Peter Schiff. Get that clown out of my face. Like, how many goddamn times do we have to make fun of Peter Schiff for being a Bitcoin bear?
I will say, I've said in the past, huge shout out to his dad, who was a
tax dodge and cheat,
an anti-tax influencer who died in jail doing what he believed in.
Yeah.
From a practical point of view, like, try and buy large amounts of physical gold without getting fake gold. Like, how do you do that? I don't know. Like, is there a BTC sessions video on how I'm supposed to do that? Like, let's just say hypothetically, I looked at Tur's charts and I was like, oh my God, he drew a second diagonal line. I need to convert my Bitcoin into gold. How do I even do that? Do I go to Costco and buy one bar at a time?
I think you have to. Yeah. I don't know. Much easier to verify Bitcoin. Much easier. What do we got here?
Also, I didn't verify it, but someone said Schiff's bracelet is like the top end of the legal limit of what you can travel with gold-wise. Okay. That's another issue with gold. Like, how do you travel with it?
Very, very heavy. Next up on the list, we have...
I mean, not only very heavy, like, imagine going through customs with like 6 gold bars on you. You're fucking sweating bullets.
It's the only gold I travel with.
Is that Mene?
Yeah.
Use code RHR.
Try it.
Can we get a Mene code? If you own a small business out there, just implement RHR codes.
Yeah.
Implement RHR codes. Send us a zap. Let us know. Let's make it the most prolific code
in the world.
I want to walk into Walmart, put code RHR, and then wonder why they're tracking my purchases.
All right, here's a story out of Italy shared by our friend Alex Gladstein. Italy has the third largest gold reserves in the world. Central bank and politicians are scrapping over who actually owns it. Wild story on the front page of the Financial Times. Let's read it. Italian rights bid to claim gold reserves in name of the people stirs sell-off fears. Lawmakers from Georgia Giorgia Meloni's right-wing coalition are pushing to have Italy's gold reserves declared the property of the Italian people, a move critics fear will pave the way for government sell-off of the metal. Italy has the third largest gold reserves in the world after the U.S. and Germany, with about 2,452 tons, according to the Bank of Italy data. Following the recent blistering rise in global prices, the gold has a market value of about 285 billion euro. The Bank of Italy says it owns the gold as part of the country's official foreign exchange reserves. Those stocks boost confidence in the stability of Italy's financial system, which has very little confidence in it already, and are a safeguard for the Bank of Italy in fulfilling its public functions, the central bank says. But lawmakers from Meloni's Brothers of Italy party are pushing to add a provision to the budget law that would proclaim the gold reserves managed and held by the Bank of Italy belong to the Italian people. That gold is the fruit of the labor of our people, said Senator Lucio Milan, chief whip of the Brothers of Italy. The question of who owns Italy's gold reserves has been a preoccupation of Italy's right-wing parties for more than a decade. Brothers of Italy has pushed several times for a law to clarify the gold held by the central bank as the property of the state. Meloni lamented in a speech to Parliament in 2014, long before she became prime minister, the expropriations of the monetary sovereignty of the Italian people. In 2019, the European Central Bank warned that transferring gold reserves from the Bank of Italy to the state would circumvent the prohibition of monetary financing and flout EU treaties. ECB said this week that it has been consulted by the Italian authorities on the draft amendment and was considering the matter. The new debate has alarmed some economists, who warned such a change could enable an elected Italian government to sell off gold to pay down debt or raise funds for social services. Milan insisted Rome had no intention of selling or relocating Italy's reserves, but he said recognizing public ownership was a matter of principle. In Italy, the ownership of every piece of real estate, every car, every boat is recorded, he told the Financial Times. Shouldn't the same be done for an asset worth almost 300 billion euro? I think I'm on the side of the Brothers of Italy. Number one, Brothers of Italy. Like, if you're talking about like a political party name, Brothers of Italy.
Yeah, that's good. We should have
Democrat,
Brothers of America.
Well, we should have like the Brothers of the Revolution or something like that. The Brothers.
Oh, I like that.
Brothers of the. We need a
Good
Brothers
branding.
of the Revolution party. Men only. Is it funny that a woman is at the head of the Brothers of Italy party right now? Georgie.
It fits the timeline.
It does.
So I have a couple takeaways here. First of all, number third gold holder.
I
Did not realize that.
I feel like China's got way more gold than 2,500 tons.
Technically, everyone says China lies about it, but officially China has like 2,300 tons. I looked it up. And then number two is Germany, and I believe all of Germany's gold is in the U.S., and they probably don't have it either because who even knows that there's gold there?
I mean, that's why
and then number one is us, and who knows how much gold we have because Elon got a black eye as soon as he said we were going to audit Fort Knox. So that's the first takeaway. It's pretty crazy because like I enjoy Italy. I think it's a great place to visit, but
I've never been. I'd love to go. I've never been.
It's like truly a poorly run government with a trash economy. So it's amazing that they have the third largest official gold reserves. The second piece that's interesting is if they have 59 million people live in Italy. So I asked Maple, try maple.ai, private and secure AI. I asked Maple if each of those 59 million people got an equal amount of the gold reserves, it'd be 41.6 grams of gold each.
That's at least, what is it, 21 troy ounces in 21 grams in a troy ounce? Is that what it was? Somebody, we got corrected.
What?
That'd be like 2 ounces of gold, like five grand a pop in Italy. That goes a long way.
I just asked Maple. You want to know the dollar amount?
Yes.
$5,600 worth of gold.
Yeah.
I don't know, but 41 grams sounds way better than $5,600.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done for the Trump accounts. I mean, I think we're probably a little bit too early to give them all 1 million sats. They should just give them all 10 grams of gold.
They're aping these children
cool.
into stocks at all-time highs here. I don't know if it's okay.
Every child gets one share of NVIDIA.
What if we have like a .com explosion and take 20 years to reclaim the all-time highs?
Well, that's the whole point, right? It's like it's a bail. It's preemptive.
Yeah, I didn't say it earlier, but it's like you're just creating consistent buy pressure on their equities.
Well, that's the innovation, right? The innovation is you prop up the stock market while saying it's for the children, which is truly innovative.
They're aping really these kids in at all-time highs. They're not even waiting for blood in the streets. God, it's so crazy. What else do we have here? Was that it? Was that on the list? Oh, no, this is sweet. Polyglobe. This is really where you begin to see the shape of prediction markets coming to.
I think this is, war is bad. But ever since I was a young man excited about prediction markets, like this is the cypherpunk feature I was looking forward to.
This is why they exist. Again, war is bad, but this is why these prediction markets exist. So for those who are not watching, listening, and have no idea what we're talking about, Polyglobe just got another massive upgrade. So Polyglobe is basically a map that's plugged into Polymarket, and I think this is for predictions around the Russia-Ukraine war. So
it's for people that want to monitor the situation.
Yeah. Deep State Live's Ukraine war map is now draped directly onto the globe live and synced with Polymarket, shaded control zones, shifting front lines, Russian/Belarusian unit icons, and direction of attack arrows all sitting under your market and OSINT in near real time. These Ukraine geomarkers confuse people constantly. Is it city limits, the oblast, enter, verse, capture all of? Now, when you hover over market, we draw the exact area of operation. It resolves on and spell out the rule in plain English. No more rule debates. So essentially, long story short, as I'm reading the suite, it's not going to provide anybody value. They've got a map, an interactive map with a bunch of Polymarket prediction markets on it.
Yeah, it's a real-time map of the front lines, and then each data point relates to a Polymarket prediction market that in real time is saying, which side is winning, whether Ukraine is winning or Russia is winning. And then presumably, I know we've hashed over this a bunch of times, but we probably have a dozen new viewers who are listening to the show because you guys shared it with your friends and family over Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for doing that. Presumably, like a poor Russian or a poor Ukrainian fighter, right as they take the front line, opens up their phone, logs into Polymarket, and makes a degen long bet on their own side so that the rest of the world knows what happened.
Yeah, well, and on that note, we can assume that may end up being the case because we're beginning to see cases of that outside of this war zone, particularly as it pertains to Google and the products that they're releasing. Apparently, there's a Google insider who has officially been exposed on Polymarket. This dude just profited $1 million in a single day betting on the Google search markets. Google accidentally pushed the results early, then removed them, but not before it revealed he went 22 for 23 on his bets and ballooned to $3.9 million in open positions. This isn't a lucky streak. He previously made $150,000 predicting the early release of Gemini 3.0 before results were out. At this point, it's obvious he's a Google insider making Polymarket for quick money. It's one of the wildest things I've seen on this platform. And Zhong Haiju, who wrote this tweet, should not be wild to you. This is what these markets are.
Exactly. This is the whole point. This is the whole point. The whole point is you get better data because you incentivize people through greed to leak information that other people don't know yet. That is the whole point. It is literally working as designed.
Yeah.
Wild. That the wild part is that people think it's wild. We're still very early.
This is literally the raison d'etre of prediction markets. This is why Cypherpunk's talking about them for so long.
I mean, you realize that because people are still amazed by this aspect, it means we're probably still a year away from the FUD of assassination markets. Like they haven't even hit that part in their journey yet.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah, it is.
I always think it's interesting, like the people dwell on the assassination markets use case. So like, people betting on whether or not someone's getting assassinated. But actually the reverse is also true. It also creates a global distributed assassination insurance market. Because if you bet on yourself getting assassinated, then you provide a distributed incentive for people to make sure you aren't assassinated. So you could just be like, like you're a celebrity, you're like walking down the street and it's just some random strangers like taking a bullet for you. So his family wins like $2 million.
Yeah. I hope you freaks would put some money behind us getting assassinated so that we're protected.
Please don't. But it is interesting. It is interesting. It's interesting, like that basic concept that if you want to influence something happening using prediction markets, you actually bet on the inverse. If you want Trump to get rid of daylight savings time, you bet on him not getting rid of daylight savings time so that he bets on the opposite side and gets rid of daylight savings time.
Yeah. And that may not seem clear in the beginning, as not everybody's adopted these prediction markets, but as adoption increases, these incentives become stronger. I like this. I like this comment on YouTube. Our drones are overhead. Men, lie still and pretend you're dead. I'm about to kill short.
It's a brave new world, freaks.
Yeah, I'm seeing comments on Noster about my accents. I'm sorry. I bombarded you with a bunch of accents in this episode. Not very well done.
I like the Noster comment. Hot take from Odell: war is bad.
It's a very hot take,
War is bad.
It's not great. It's definitely not great. That's for sure. I got nothing else. We can pull up the Jessica Rice.
Before we do that, guys, end of the year, people doing end of the year tax planning. It's a good time to remind everyone that OpenSats is a 501c3. You can provide, if you provide donations to OpenSats, you have the benefit of supporting open source contributors. 100% pass through. We do not take a cut of donations. And instead of paying Uncle Sam, if you're American, instead of paying Uncle Sam, you can support the open source contributors that help make this movement possible. Just quick little bit of stats. Since OpenSats has been created, we have sent out $30 million to 330 open source contributors. Every month we send roughly $1 million worth of Bitcoin to recipients in 40 plus countries. We operate on a full Bitcoin standard. We take zero cut of donations. If that's something that interests you, opensats.org. You can also donate with Bitcoin, not get a tax deduction if you want to donate anonymously, or you can donate with Bitcoin and get a tax deduction. But obviously, if you want a tax deduction, you have to give us some basic information like name and an email address so we can provide you a tax receipt. Also on that note, we relatively recently opened up monthly reoccurring donations, which you can find at opensats.org/monthly. The dream there is quite simple. It's a dream we've had since the beginning of OpenSats. We're a volunteer-based organization. I'm like traveling around trying to seek out donors. It's not really sustainable. It would be better if we had thousands of individuals on a reoccurring basis donating. And then we'll just automatically convert that to Bitcoin, take zero cut, and send it out to open source contributors. So if you're already supporting OpenSats, thank you for your service. We would not exist without you. But a dream of mine is that the corporate support that we've seen, which has been great so far, is merely a stopgap, and we move to a fully ride or die, individual funded sustainable initiative going forward. So thank
You
you.
know what you guys need?
Opensats.org.
You know what you need?
What?
It's like a very, very hot piece of merch that is exclusive to
It's
people who
too
pay
complicated.
the-
Then I got to send the merch out. Make your own merch. May I suggest?
You're asking people. You're asking
donate-
people to give up a piece of their paycheck every month. You know, at least you could do is send them a hat, maybe a pin.
We take zero cut. That's one of the things that works against us is all these charities that take 30, 40%, 50% will like throw you a party, send you all this gear and stuff, spam your email. We never spam your email. We don't do that. And so they have a leg up on us, but we have real proof of work behind us. I will say that you can consider yourself an honorary Brothers of the White Paper if you donate. And you can put that on a t-shirt.
I like that.
You like that? There we go.
Yeah.
We thought of it together.
I don't know what happened. We don't have to touch on the Jessica Rose stuff. You don't have to pull it up, Logan, but apparently COVID-19 vaccine fragments of it are being found in sperm that's being donated to sperm banks. So
was this sperm bank stuff?
There's sperm bank stuff, yeah. Other stuff.
I mean, this is fucked up. You want to go into it? You can't just like leave us hanging with that.
I mean, yeah, Jessica Rose has been on TFTC, immunologist. She did the peer-reviewed study that found that SV40 fragments were in Pfizer's COVID vaccine. SV40, for those who are unaware, is like a cancer accelerant, so it would explain a lot of the turbo cancers that we're seeing. She posted on Twitter earlier today another research paper basically looking at placenta and sperm fragments to see if the SARS-CoV-2 vaccine mRNA vaccines were lingering in those places, and it found that they are. She quoted the paper. It says, "We also detected vaccine mRNA in the sperm of all 3 vaccinated donors who produced sperm. Interestingly, this contrasts with the presence of the SARS-CoV-2 itself." So no actual COVID, but the mRNA is hanging around your reproductive organs.
I mean, the placenta, how did she detect the placenta stuff? I feel like that's even more fucked up.
I'll be clear, I don't think this is
the placenta is what feeds the babies.
Yeah. I asked Claude to explain it like I'm 5. Said, imagine the COVID vaccine is like a little instruction note. That's the mRNA wrapped in a tiny bubble, the lipid nanoparticle. Scientists thought the instruction note would dissolve pretty quickly after your body read it. This study is like a game of hide and seek. The researchers went looking for these instruction notes in people's bodies way later than expected, and they found them hiding in blood, placentas, and even sperm, sometimes 200 plus days after vaccination. That surprised them, because the notes were supposed to be gone much sooner. The grown-up breakdown. What they did, collected samples from 34 people total, 22 pregnant women, 4 men from a fertility clinic with 8 samples, and 8 additional people. Used a super sensitive detection method called nested PCR. Looked for the vaccine mRNA in blood, placenta tissue, sperm, and seminal fluid. And time since the vaccine, if it was less than 100 days, 88% of the people found there was mRNA fragments found in it. 100 to 200 days, 60% of people, and more than 200 days after the last vaccination, around 50% of people still had mRNA floating around. So it was detected in most samples from vaccinated individuals, including blood, placenta tissue, sperm, seminal fluid, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it's hanging around. Not when it was marketed. These people are still roaming free. They shut down the country, destroyed small businesses, middle-class America, fear-monger the hell out of you, put the country in a state of mass psychosis, rolled out a vaccine, which props where props are due, or I guess the opposite of props where props are due. President Trump was the spearhead of Operation Warp Speed. We've been told our whole lives that it takes at least a decade to properly test vaccines, but for this one, 9 months was enough time. They rolled it out force people to get it, and it's killing a lot of people and lingering too. So that is that.
Incredibly fucked up. When you first said they're still roaming free, I thought you meant the sperm donors, and I was like completely taken aback. I see someone said in the Noster live chat, Sikro said, so would kids chopping their balls off reduce their likelihood of cancer if that's what the vaccines are affecting? Funny story. Funny story. My lady and I, we have 2 male dogs and 1 female dog, and the vet for the first male dog tried to encourage castration. You know, that's what they do with dogs on the common in America. They cut off their balls, and his main argument for it would be that it reduces testicular cancer, which is the most retarded argument. So you just cut off their balls to reduce testicular cancer. He said it with a straight face. Anyway, we kept the balls. Keep the balls.
Is he aggressive? Is he horny?
No, that's I mean, yeah, he's a male. He can be horny.
Yeah.
That's the psyop, Marty. In Europe, and much of the world, they do not cut off dog balls. Like if you like walk around in like Paris or something, like check out the dog balls. Most of them have them.
Yeah. I'll do that next time I'm in Europe.
You're like sitting in a cafe. You're sitting in a cafe. You're tweeting about how it's a failed society. Just look around.
Look around at your dog to stand up for me, please. While I get
it's very visible. You don't have to get on your knees. It's very visible.
Is RFK Jr. the horniest person in America right now?
And you know what they do when they for the female dogs, they like literally take their ovaries. They cut out their ovaries if you quote unquote fix your female dog.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Orwellian.
It's pretty fucked up.
Orwellian framing there. We're gonna get your dog fixed. Get her fit
by taking her ovaries, by surgically removing her ovaries.
Yeah. All right, this was a fun one.
Yeah, dude, it's been 7.3 years. You know, we have to expand our horizons about what we discussed.
Spice it up. Get into the Claude prompted sexting. I couldn't even read the whole thing. It was vulgar.
Yeah, you stopped reading it.
My virgin eyes and ears. I couldn't articulate it. We know there's kids watching this show.
Yeah, I just wanted to, on that note, by the way, look, I want the freaks to have as many babies as possible. Like, let's more babies. It's important. It's important that we build strong families. But if we're going to do this thing for another 7.3 years, like this is an adults only show. Just put in an earbud. Just like this is not, you know, a kid show. We're just not going to make a kid show. It is what it is. You can listen to something else if you want a kid show.
The people at Total Twins have taken that.
Yeah, go listen to Total Twins. Go listen to Total Twins. The kids don't need to listen to this one.
Go get an Angel subscription. Watch Tuttle Twins. They just dropped another episode with Safe versus Lord Maynard Keynes. It looks like a good one. My boys are excited to watch it. That's for the kids. RHR, it's for the adults. Rated R, maybe PG-13. Speaking of kids, I got one peeking in right now. What are you looking at, sir?
Don't listen.
Daddy's still on his podcast. That's so funny.
My oldest said he wants to be a podcaster when he grows up, and I was like, no.
Did you tell? Yeah. My oh man, this is bad. My oldest the other day, he's big in a like we let him watch a few things. One of them is American Ninja Warrior, and he's in the stage where he's like setting stuff around the house. He's like, Dad, take a video. And I did it last night. He's like, will you post this to the internet for me? I was like, no, God, no. We got a lot of work to do here. So
that's hilarious. No, the old ones are really good. The old American Ninja Warriors.
Yeah. I was an MXC guy myself. Remember that?
Oh, what does that stand for?
I forget.
There was a Japanese one, right?
Yeah, that was the funniest thing ever.
With
Guy
the
Ladouche.
dubs, with the fake dubs.
I think we've talked about this before, years past. Carlos can confirm or deny if we have. But
That'd be
Guy
a good
Ladouche.
torrent. I should torrent those old ones.
Guy
I don't think
Ladouche
they're
is the best
probably not available
sideline.
otherwise.
Guy Ladouche is the best sideline reporter of all time. Guy Ladouche.
Odell and Marty bet you all have a guide for self-hosted Lightning address. No, it's complicated.
Just download Zeus, right?
Yeah, I guess, but it only kind of works. But yeah, it'll work decently. It'll like basically sit in a holding pattern while you wait to open your app again. If you use the Zeus Light Wallet mode. Hopefully we move to Bolt 12 and it'll be easier. Oh, MXC is all on Prime Video.
It's good then.
Yeah, but fuck Amazon. I feel like we've come full circle and torrenting is the best option again.
Yeah, I mean the whole unbundle, rebundle is happening right now. It's chaos out there.
It's like I happily pay for these things. Just like don't make my life living hell while I do it.
Yeah. It's like we need somebody to aggregate all this and just have like a one.
Did you see what
subscription
Prime
deal.
started doing? Prime started adding ads to their videos. And instead of saying we added ads to the videos, it's like this video is brought to you ad free by Samsung. And then they play the ad. Like, who the fuck do you think we are? It's like, oh, thank you so much, Samsung, for showing me this ad so I don't have to see ads while I watch this show.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna go
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna go put on MXC on Prime Video. I'm kidding.
Okay, love it. Stay humble, stack sats.
You're gonna say something. You're gonna say something. I interrupted you. What were you gonna say?
No, I mean, if you want to know KYC Lightning address, I know, like, you know, Spark isn't the best thing in the world, but Wallet of Satoshi will give you a Lightning address with no KYC and self-custody-ish type of environment, and you don't have to run a node. It works pretty well. You don't get great privacy out of it because of the way Spark functions, but supposedly they're going to improve it. They said they were going to improve it.
Go try it. Go try it. All right, interrupted you. Get it out again.
Don't cut your dog's balls. Stay humble, stack sats.